Hello all, welcome back. Today we're going to be learning how to work with images in Microsoft Word. I know that that's a topic that most of us feel like we're probably familiar with, but I've actually seen a few, I don't want to call them errors, but ways or methods that are less than effective, we'll put it politely. So one of the things I've seen a lot with students, with adults, is that when wanting to work with images, we have a tendency to insert one, insert an additional. Now these two are large, so they went to 2 pages. More often than not, what I've seen folks do is decrease the size and hope for the best. Now, here's where the error lies. If you click on either of these images right now and try to move it, it is not going to move. We haven't actually formatted the image. Alright, so that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. What we'll be designing is a poster for high school homecoming. Alright, I've already taken the liberty of changing the orientation to landscape, changing the margins to narrow, so those are 1/2-inch margins, and I haven't done anything else with the color. Alright, now I did go ahead, I'm going to insert that now, I did go ahead and type up our text box just to save us a little bit of time on the lesson. Sorry about the grammatical stuff. And I know this is going to bug you for a second, but I'm going to change the font color because I intend to change the background color. So my font is currently white. I'm going to change the background color of my page because my fake prom has a Mardi Gras theme. So I think a black background for this poster would look really cool. And it would be awesome if my grammatical errors would stop bugging us. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and insert first image I want to work with. And that would be this mask. Alright, so here's our first problem. We found an awesome mask. It's the right colors. It looks really cool, but it's got this background. Now, we don't want this white background. It doesn't look very good, and it doesn't look good on the white. So the first thing I want to show you is how to get rid of that background. Alright, if you click on your image, now you know you have your image selected when you see all of the resizing handles. Resizing handles are these circles and squares around the perimeter of our image that allow us to make it larger and smaller, hence the name resizing handle. Alright, so we've got ours selected, and we're going to we're going to click on this button here that says remove background. Now this is a tool that you're going to need to play with for a little bit. It'll take some practice, but if you figure out how to use it, how to get removing these handles out just right, you can actually take a regular picture from the internet and turn it to something very custom. Alright, so I've pulled mine out. The pink that you see is what's going to be deleted. Alright, and all this stuff that's color is going to stay the same as so. Alright, so we just took a random free clip art picture from the internet and made it very custom. We got rid of that background. Now it looks beautiful. Okay, again, it'll take a little bit of practice, but it's a very simple tool right here. Remove background. Now, just as a side piece and a extra learning moment, when you have an image that does not have a background, it's called a PNG file. P as in Paul, N as in Nancy, G as in George. Alright? When a file has a file extension, that's the characters behind the file name, so .docx, .ppt. When an image file has a file extension that is .png, that is a file that does not have a background. That's exactly what we want to work with today. Okay? So, next step. Right now, our image is still not going to play very nice, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to select our picture. I'm going to select our picture. and I'm going to go to wrap text here. Now wrap text, once you've selected an image, these wrap text options give you the opportunity to tell Word where you want your image in reference to the other stuff on the page. Okay, so this image, we want it behind the text. Okay, we don't want the image to show up in front of our writing. All right, I'm going to make this, now that we've done that, and we're going to use that button again, so no worries if you didn't quite catch it yet. Uh-oh. It's always tricky working with multiple elements on the same document, but not to fret. All right, we're going to bring this here to the corner, and I use this green handle to rotate it. Okay, so I turn mine clockwise by just a bit. Bring my text box back to about here. There we have it. Beautiful thus far. Okay, now I found another image that I thought was very appropriate for a Mardi Gras theme. By no means am I a French speaker, but I'm told that it's pronounced fleur de lis. Okay, now right now the image that we're working with is black, so we're going to recolor it. I think this purple would be appropriate. Haha. Alright, so this image, and the reason I chose it, other than the fact that it's appropriate to a Mardi Gras theme, is because it is already a PNG file. Alright, so we worked with a standard JPEG, now we're working with a PNG file. It just so happened that the one we're working with was black, so we needed to recolor it. So I'm going to undo that. I think I did it a little quickly. So we inserted the image. I went to recolor. Now, when you recolor an image, there are all of these standard options, and then these colors across the bottom are always there. All right, and I think this purple is appropriate for us. So you see what it's done. It's taken our fleur de lis and changed it to a purple color. Now I'm going to do the same thing we did with our mask. The image has been selected. I'm going to go to wrap text, and I'm going to put behind text. All right, I'm going to resize it with my resizing handles. Our text box isn't playing nice today. I'm going to move this up here. Take our text box, put it back where it was, where we liked it. Actually, I think it looks a little better down here further. Now, I like this size. I'm going to bring it down just a bit. And I'm going to copy it, paste it. You see, when you paste an image, copy and paste an image within Microsoft Word, it'll paste it directly beside or underneath diagonally from the original. So you got to keep an eye out for multiple copies. All right. All right. I like this size. I'm going to copy and paste this new size that we've created and put an additional one here. And you've done it, folks. In about 9.5 minutes, you've taken a blank piece of white paper and created a poster that a graphic designer would probably charge you about $60 an hour minimum to design. And you did it on your desktop at home. Good luck and happy designing.